Hey, welcome to the College Hockey Show. I'm Jeremiah Maxwell, aka the Sports Beard. With me, as always, the Degenerate Bostonian, Mike. How you doing, Mike?
What's going on, guys? Happy Friday! Happy Friday! This is the final regular season Friday for college hockey before December kicks in.
Yeah.
We,
Now, do they take any time off in December, or what's
we
the?
do get a nice 2 week break, but we
Okay.
have a lot of Thanksgiving and Black Friday tournaments. So next weekend, we will. I'll be posting out all the tournaments going on. Lake Placid's got one up in the one in Minnesota. There's one over in Ireland. So look at my Twitter, guys. I will get very in depth with the tournaments going on Black Friday.
All right. Yes, I will be in Seattle that week. So we will not have a College Hockey Show next week, but we will be back the week after Thanksgiving to talk about all these tournaments. And maybe we do a different time, Mike, and schedule a little bit longer.
Yeah, I
Just
can
get
definitely.
with me because there'll probably be way too much to try to cram into 30 minutes. But Mike said follow him on Twitter. His Twitter is right there, or X, or whatever you want to call it, at Boston Deej 68395. Okay. But I'll leave it scrolling in the whole thing, or you can follow me at beard_sports, and I will definitely retweet Mike's stuff while we're gone. We're definitely going to be communicating. Also, if anybody wants to go to Arizona State Denver game in Denver, let me know. I'll hook you up with free tickets. I bought center ice tickets and like a dumbass. I'm not going to be in Denver, and that's this Saturday, tomorrow, the 23rd. So if you want to go to the game, the Sports Beard will hook you up with the tickets. I'll just transfer them to you. Just DM me on Twitter, and I'll hook you up. So, well, let's just jump right into it. We did already have a game this week. Tuesday, BC Providence, 3-2 final. Great game. Ryan Leonard scores a ridiculous goal to go ahead before overtime. I think I saw some complaining about the officials, but I thought it was a really good game. I didn't think it was badly officiated. Just give me your quick thoughts, and then we'll move on to the games that you want to highlight.
Yeah. I'm not. I thought the officiating was okay. I thought it went both ways. I want to highlight Fowler wasn't in net. He was serving his suspension.
Yep,
So
everybody knew that.
knock on Providence here, guys. Like, I get it. You're two top 10 teams. You're at home. Number two's missing their starting goalie. You have to get the dub.
Yeah.
Don't blame the officials. You got a point out of it.
They had a choice. They had some choice. They had some that's right, it was in overtime, but they had some chances to win this game.
Yeah, no, you're at home playing against a backup goalie, no excuse.
Yeah.
No excuse.
Yeah.
But there was some there was some statements made last week. I do want to apologize everyone for putting my money on Sergeev at Penn State. He did not have his best weekend, and I'm going to lead into my first game I really want to talk about. Michigan going to Penn State. Will Sergeev bounce back? I think yes. I actually thought he was going to bounce back Saturday when he played Wisconsin. He laid another egg on me. But I just don't see this guy having 3 bad games in a row. I can't see it. This is coming off a kid. I've said it before. I say it again. He had 2, 45 plus save games last year against BC, one at BC, one on the road. I'm struggling how this kid's going to have 3 bad games in a row. Sergeev, I do think bounces back. I do think Michigan wins. I think they're head and shoulders superior team, but I think Sergeev bounces back and has as a normal game for him, which would be a 35-40 save game. Yeah, maybe 2 goals against, but
Sergeev is, remind the listeners.
Goalie for Penn State. He's a grad student. He's a transfer from UConn.
Okay. Yep. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Penn State's ranked, but Michigan is way better than they expected it to be this year. So that's going to be a real fun one. And I think that's one of like 2 matchups where we've got top 20 against each other. The other one being St. Cloud versus Colorado College. What's the next game you want to go into?
St. Cloud versus Colorado College. I love this in-conference rival game. Absolutely love it. Colorado College, I thought I'd pick them as the dark horse to be a top 10. The NCAA sniffed it out preseason number 9. They're still there. I've got my eye on them next weekend because they're at Providence, and I will be there. I will take lots of pictures, everyone. But I wish I could watch this game. ESPN Plus has this game, everyone. Watch it if you can. This is
Why, you don't have ESPN Plus?
I'll be at a hockey game this evening, so I can
okay.
that we'll get into that game next. That's a big one I want to talk about.
Oh yeah,
I love this in-conference rival game, St. Cloud, Colorado College. 11 draft picks, but also 14 prospects playing in this game. So potentially 25 guys drafted in one hockey game out of a 36-man or 40-man roster factoring the goalies. That's nuts. That's nuts, guys. And I'm not saying all the prospects are going to get drafted, but love this game. Lots of firepower. I like Colorado College with the speed they have, but we shall see. They are at home as well. I do want to point that out. They are at home. It's not a hostile barn to play in. It's not an easy barn, but it's not hostile. A barn that is hostile to play in, and I will be there. I'll be representing my white T-shirt because it's whiteout night. UNH versus Maine. For those that don't know, there's BUBC. That's the biggest rivalry in Hockey East. The next one is UNH and Maine.
UNH and Maine is a big one. Okay,
that's
they're right next to each other, right?
Yep. I think door to door,
always...
it's like hour and a half drive. Like it's sold out within 30 minutes. Tonight's tickets.
Is that the one you're going to?
Yep. But I'm sitting there in the queue. I felt like a Swiftie, just hitting the refresh button over and over again. I had 3,000 people in front of me. I'm like, I'm not getting any tickets. And then the Savage calls me and goes, "Hey, I got tickets." I'm like, "Great, let's get them."
There we go. That's
thankfully
awesome.
My boy hooked me up. So I'll be there with the Savage tonight. Shout out Evan Gray, class of 2004, member of the 2003 Frozen Four team. I will see you there tonight. That's also my cuz. So I want to give him a big shout. He was a Wildcat. If you had asked me my favorite Hockey East team, it's probably UNH because of the family connections.
Sure.
I do have also connections with BU and Providence as well, but only one of them was my cousin. So
yeah,
let's go Wildcats tonight. Fun fact: Maine 0-5 in their last 5 trips at UNH.
Oh, right. You think that ends though tonight?
Well, last year when Maine came to town, Maine was number 3. And the Wildcats stood them up in a shootout. I love shootouts. I think they're fun. I don't want them postseason. I want to be very clear, but I think they're entertaining regular season endings for fans. I would love the Wildcats to win in a shootout tonight because I do want to see Maine in the tournament. I don't think the Cats have a team this year. I thought they did, but looking at them, they don't. But damn, do they rise up to the occasion. So I could yammer on all day about the Cats, how much I love them. Very excited. I'll be there tonight, guys. I'll take as many pictures as I can. I know the Naked Mile 5 for Maine will be there.
What time does that game start? What time does that game start Eastern?
That is a 7:05 puck drop.
Okay, so you'll definitely be done by 10:30 Eastern. So if you want to call into the show, NHL Nightly, we'll do a little bit of, because it's a slow hockey night tonight on the NHL side. Only 2 NHL games. So if you get to you get home or you get to a stable internet connection, give us a quick ring and just tell us about how wild the game was. That would be awesome.
I will say MGM tonight, guys. For silver cards and up, you get a free $10 hockey bet on the NHL tonight. So get your bets in. Yep. Shout out MGM. Thank you, guys.
Only 2 games. And we gave out bets last night, so I'm not even going to promo the show. Okay. So
next game I got, this is what you got to say. I got a bunch on Arizona State, Denver. For me is, can Denver recover from beating down North Dakota last weekend at Dakota? Big sweep. Can ASU save their season? This is it. You got to have it, ASU. We need a win. Got to have it.
But they're on the road in Denver. They're not winning this
game. I don't think they are. But if you want to save your season, you got to have it. So
if they get a W here, do you feel like they're back in the mix?
Definitely. I think if they split, even if one of the splits is in overtime, I think people will start talking about ASU again, and they'll give them some momentum. But they got to have a dub. We got to do it. Come on, we need it. Ton levels.
If you're a real degenerate, D2 field hockey, no, just kidding. I wanted to ask you real quick about Arizona State. What's gone on there? They're just not winning games they should, or is the talent that they thought they were going to have not there? I mean, it just feels like this would be such an easy place to recruit to.
What I'm seeing is Like they had the talent last year, and a lot of that's still there. And I think what they're having trouble with is adapting to, like, they're now playing top teams every night. Like last year, they had a couple of ranked games, but ultimately one of the best teams they played last year was Merrimack College. And that was the season opener. You're at home. Like you're now going into North Dakota. You're going into Omaha. Colorado College is going to you. You're going to Denver tonight. Number 1, unanimous 50-0, 3 weeks in a row. I think what they're having struggle with is the mental battle. The skill is there. I like what I see on the ice, but the mental battle, like they look like they're rushing stuff. The passes aren't crisp. They're not tape to tape. I'm like, this is not what I watched last year. Last year, I watched a great team annihilate bad teams like you're supposed to, and it's just unfortunate. Didn't have the the power rankings to get into the tournament because they would have made some noise.
Yeah.
So I think it's the mental battle, and you know what? That's common for first year conference teams. It is a common.
Of Merrimack too, they're playing BU tonight.
That's actually a game I want to highlight. Merrimack, when Tufts is not roughing the game in the last 4 seasons, it's 4-0, 2-0 at Warrior Arena, 2-0 at Agganis. Tufts is not roughing that game tonight. Merrimack always plays BU to a dogfight. Watch out for the Warriors tonight. Okay. Watch them.
Yeah, BU's been underwhelming too, right? Like they're 5-4. They've dropped to 11th now. The rankings didn't change significantly in the top 5. Michigan moved up into the top 5. Maine dropped down. Obviously, Maine lost a couple games there. And then obviously Dartmouth and Harvard. I watched some of that Dartmouth game the other day too.
That was good.
Yeah, they look good. You and I messaged about that. It was a good game, man. And then of course Harvard is now top 20. So Dartmouth and Harvard, the Ivy League, are starting to flex their muscles and get in the mix here. Obviously, we've all known about Cornell. They're in the top 6. Everybody expects them to be potentially a Frozen Four team. Yep. So, and then, hey, by the way, Colorado College, just to repick, they're undefeated too, 8-0. The only other undefeated team in the top 20 besides Denver, obviously the number 1 team in the nation and the defending national championships, is them and Dartmouth. Yet another. Hey, Bill. Hey, Avi. Thanks for being with us. Those Ivy League schools can be sleepers. Okay. Arizona State still getting top 20 votes though.
The skill set's there for them to get top 20, so I get it. They just got to get me some wins, and this is the weekend. I am going to keep going the Ivy League because Cornell, Quinnipiac, pair of ranked teams going at it. Cornell at home. I'm actually putting this one, folks, as my lock of the week. Cornell minus 130. I love Ian Shane sitting between the pipes. I said he's going to be my Richter winner. I said he's the reason Cornell is going to be a sleeper Frozen Four team. I love Cornell tonight. I love the Big Red. Quinnipiac does an awesome job traveling. They get 500 tickets to every game. I know they're 500 going to be there. They already have the 3 buses. Their Twitter was showing the bus is going to Ithaca tonight. Cornell coming off a split last weekend, a tough battle up in Dartmouth. Harvard going in with shootout. Look for Cornell to come out hot. Beard just said it. Ivy League's getting rolling. Ivy League's getting their flex on.
And I think Quinnipiac is not what they were.
They're not.
They're 3-5. I think it's almost disgraceful that you have a losing record team. It's just the respect that they have for Rand Pecknold, the fact that they, 2 years ago are national champions. But to me, you keeping UMass out of the top 20, you keeping Notre Dame, Michigan Tech, Union. They're better schools right now than Quinnipiac. It is what it is. I think if they lose this to Cornell, which they probably will, then just like Avi said in the chat, Cornell wins. Quinnipiac has just been way too inconsistent. So, it's going to happen, man. You're not. It's. I mean, so much parity now.
I was thinking the pairwise kicks in after Christmas, and that factors in strength of schedules and stuff like that.
Right.
And that determines how seeding goes as well. So, as I disagree with a few rankings right now. I think BU shouldn't be in there.
They're 5-4.
Dakota as well. I'm not dissing them. They're great schools, good losses, but good wins as well. But I'm just not feeling it. I look at the pairwise; they're each in the mid-20s. So, in my mind, letting it be. I disagree with it. I think the pairwise solves it all. So we'll go through the pairwise our first show after New Year's and see where it is. I think you and I are going to agree with the rankings then. Based on this conversation.
College hockey is such a different monster because of the length of the season and the difference between the NCAA rankings and these pairwise rankings. So it's just going to be interesting. Yeah, I mean, Avi, I hear you, North Dakota 2-5-4, but Mike seems to think North Dakota has the talent there. It's just the coaching. So
I hate their coach. I hated them hiring him. Oh, don't make me cringe, guys. So, but he has so much talent.
Well, there's a lot. Hey, look, man, there's a lot of NHL coaches that are losing their job. Could you see Jim Montgomery going back to college for a while?
Yep.
I could too, man. I think he would be a big time hire for a team like North Dakota. If Nodak underappreciates, looked as a huge boosters, they're not going to tolerate them not making this thing. I could see, them looking out for a guy like him.
I mean,
it'd be you too, man. I'm not saying Jay Pandolfo's job's in jeopardy. I do not feel that's the case. But if they underperform, I just feel like there's some big name hockey schools that aren't performing. Penn State's a little underwhelming too, like you said. They have, the Pagulas that own the Buffalo Sabres. So,
yeah.
Avi says he's going to Boston College at Northeastern Saturday. All right, at Matthews. All right, Avi.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit about that Northeastern always, but they're just not. They don't have the upperclassmen depth that they had last year when they won the Bean Pot. So that's my big concern with them. So, but I love Northeastern, man. I root for the underdog. So.
They have the best band. I will put their band against anyone in the country. Said it here first. I love their band. And when their student section jumps in, they do an awesome, awesome cover of Stacy's Mom. Sorry. Anyone out there, Northeastern Huskies, #1 band of college hockey. I'll put my name on it. I'll fight you tooth and nail for it. They are the best band in college hockey. Yeah. Second to Minnesota State. But
BU has a nice band too, by the way.
I honestly, God, I think there's a gap. Like it's Northeastern, then there's a gap for #2 in Hockey East. I really do. I will hype up the Huskies band all day long. Actually, I'm going to touch on Notre Dame real quick. They still haven't won on a Saturday this year against a ranked opponent. So look for me to lock up Minnesota Saturday against Notre Dame. They are playing Friday as well, but look for my tweets looking like taking the golden goal for Saturday night. I don't know why. This is Montgomery again. Will he go play for the Irish? I don't know why they can't win on a Saturday. So we'll see. I will say Montgomery did wonders at Denver because they were a quiet program for a few years. He won a natty. Yep. Now Denver's just this perennial powerhouse again, like they should be. They were for a long time.
Carl a lot of credit there too, for sure. Shout out fellow Alaskan David Carl.
Bill, I'll jump on it because I saw you put it a couple times. I do like the Sacco. He looked good last night. I wish Montgomery was still the Bruins coach, but I do like how he got the team rallied and how they responded last night against Utah there. So, but we'll see. As I said, I am still definitely Team Monty in terms of Bruins coach.
Yeah, I was going to say, Bill, it's not the time or the place, but Mike's on record saying that he believes Cam Neely and Don Sweeney should be gone. I think that's general consensus of all the intelligent Bruin fans I talk to. Even some of the dumb ones are still calling for them. Yeah, it's like 70-30 right now. Let's get right into your bets, man. We're 20 minutes into the show. I know Avi's dropping in his stuff. I'll throw in his parlay up there real quick. He says he's rolling Michigan money line, Western Michigan money line, and could add Minnesota -338. And the games.
Avi, you stealing my picks? What the hell, brother? So I too have Michigan money line. I too have Western Michigan money line. I too have Soda money line this evening.
Okay, he hasn't thrown Minnesota in yet, but Minnesota is playing Notre Dame at Notre Dame, #3 in the country, Minnesota, the Golden Gophers. It's been a while since the Gophers have won a natty. They're always a perennial powerhouse, but it's been about what about a decade.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and they're
I think 10 years. So
I'm telling you though, with Wood there, Snug, like last year, if Wood was on Minnesota last year, Snugger now has a sniper. They're scoring goals. Like Soda is scoring more goals this year. Wood's been a beautiful piece for them. Snugger is having a game because also people have to respect Wood's shot. He's got a freaking cannon. If I compare him honestly, Milan Lucic with a better shot, like if somehow Ovechkin and Lucic became one body, that's Wood. He can't really skate that well. He's hard to move him off the puck, and he's got a cannon. So people respect his shot. Snuggerud is as the Gophers called him, a jitterbug, and the dude can move. And so now he's got more ice. It's just a magical lineup there for the Gophers. So I really like them this season. But yeah, I am taking them tonight. I'll be taking them all weekend, most likely. I said Michigan, Penn State. I said Western. I don't like Duluth, even though they're at home. Western has a lot of firepower, and they're probably a little bitter after the way they played against Colorado College last
15
week.
team in the country, 13 Michigan, Western Michigan. So
I will say Western Michigan.
The Michigan teams this year.
Yeah. Western Michigan, when you make the tournament this year, win a game. I'm getting mad at you guys. You've been my auto pick for a win every year. Come on, I want to root for you guys. You've such an amazing building, great fans. You can do this. And I'm going to say right now, that is not the coach's fault. It sounds like it should be. It's not. I think he's one of the, I don't know his name. I'm losing it here, but he's one of the best coaches, I think, in the country. He's just had some bad bounces. Michigan Tech is at home tonight. I'm taking them plus 1.5 against Minnesota State. I like them at home. They just came out recent goalies. Their goalie was number 11 in the country. I haven't seen them play too much, but I like them at their own barn. And the Mavericks of Minnesota State, they've had some bad games. Like they struggled against Merrimack, but then they were great against Minnesota. So which Minnesota State team is going to show up? I don't know. Give me Michigan Tech at home with the points plus 1.5.
Did you see what Avi said real quick before you move to your next one? Oh, Maine at UNC is tonight. Wow, Maine wins that rivalry finally on the road, 5-3.
No.
Hey, guess what, Avi? If you'd have showed up on time, Mike could have told you he's going to that game, and he's saying UNH is winning. So
they're going to win 6-0. We're going 6-0 for the Wildcats this year. Maybe 3 in a row for a shootout.
By the way, Pat Ferschweiler is the head coach of
Thank you.
Western Michigan hockey team.
I think he's a great coach. It sounds weird to say, the team keeps one and dunning in the natty. No, this is not on the coach. I've seen him way too many times. He changes lines when he needs to.
He was an assistant coach for 4 years under Jeff Blashill with the Detroit Red Wings.
Not surprised at all why he's a good coach. Not at all.
Took that job in August of 2021.
All right, so Bill's saying he's taking Notre Dame Saturday. But you know what, Bill? I think you're right. Irish got to win one Saturday game eventually. This could be the day. And as I said earlier, though, my last bet, I'm taking Cornell at home versus Quinnipiac minus 130. I think that's probably a bigger unit than 1 unit bet. But my last 3 multiple unit bets have crashed. So.
Yeah, and you never need to bet the Florida Panthers either because you got
Nope. Get them out of here. Thank God that parlay saved me. But Savage has a sick bet of he sent this in Tuesday because he wanted to include BC in it. This is a plus 1135 parlay.
Okay.
BC has already won. I don't know the odds if you haven't put BC in it. He's taking Maine. He's taking BU, Colorado College, North Dakota, and Bentley. Savage parlays in the year are 3 and 2. This is
okay. Hold on. He's taking
Maine,
BU, Nodak, and who?
Colorado College and Bentley.
CC and Bentley. Okay.
Bill, okay. I know Maine's better, but they're 0-5 in the last 5 trips down to the Whittemore. Yeah, it's I don't know, guys. He's a savage, man. He doesn't like sauce and ketchup with his nuggets. He even gives me the soda because he doesn't want to drink.
So Air Force is playing Bentley. I think Air Force is not very good this year.
No, Bentley should win that game.
Colorado College, we talked about that game, correct? That was that's a top 20 matchup. 8, well, St. Cloud State, Colorado, in Colorado College.
In Colorado College.
Says they're a little underwhelming at home, but Nodak playing Robert Morris. Robert Morris should be a game that North Dakota wins at home.
That should be a beating.
If they don't, they might be out of the top 20 altogether.
If they don't fire the head coach, you don't lose to Robert Morris. North Dakota does not lose to Robert Morris.
Yeah. And then obviously Maine is playing New Hampshire. So he's all over Maine winning the road game like Avi. Avi says Bentley is one of the best teams in their conference. I like that pick. Yeah.
Okay. I will say Bentley surprised me, and I should have caught this preseason, and I didn't. They had 3 Big Ten transfers come in, and they're all one line: a left wing, a right wing, and a center. They're all playing their natural positions. It's probably the best line in the conference. Really, really like that. So I think that's why. I think that line could carry them. And you know what? You win your conference, you're in the tournament. And I would love to see the Falcons there. But fun fact, if you're a memes person, it's Falcons versus Falcons this week in Waltham, Massachusetts, Air Force and Bentley. I do give credit to I've been to that game a few times. Bentley students, I love your signs. Some of the funniest signs I've ever seen. So anyone who got little kids, because they're actually getting for free at Bentley, go check out a pretty good hockey game and enjoy the laughs from the student section in Bentley. Those are my bets.
Okay. Awesome. One last thing from Bill T says, give me Michigan money line and win by 2 goals. So Michigan, I'm guessing plus 1.5.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be Michigan.
They are playing Penn State. That's another top 20 matchup, 5 versus 18.
Yeah. I'm nervous on that game just because, again, I don't think Sergeev's going to have 3 bad games in a row. But I think Michigan can overpower Penn State. So that minus 1.5 to me gets dicey. But at the same time, empty netter. It could be the way we get that one as well.
Yeah, we didn't talk about this game, but Avi says UMass, UConn at UMass Lowell is a big game. Hockey East won't touch that one.
I would say if I could I'm going to shoot to New Hampshire. I know New Hampshire is going to have that game bettable. I may be taking the Riverhawks at home. I really like. I said they'd be less than 9 wins this year. Obviously wrong about that. Obviously wrong. They've got 7 or 8 already. So I don't see them losing every game from here on out. I really like UMass Lowell at home tonight, actually. So I would say if you're outside of the Northeast, take a stab at it. I think that's a game to bet on if you can.
Yeah, and hit me up if you want to go to Arizona State at Denver. I have center ice tickets like 5 rows back. I will give them to you for free for being a listener to the show. So just hit me up. UConn just bit BC and UMass Lowell is good. Should be a nice one. Yep. But only one loss on the year for BC. BC looks pretty good. I was a little disappointed. I will say one thing. I thought Ryan Leonard took a really bad penalty after they were about to go up on the power play, and took kind of a dumb shit penalty there. So that's got to go. That's got to leave his game. I know he's defending a teammate there. Probably should have been a 4-on-3 in my opinion, but because the guy took a pretty good cheap shot at there. But okay. Anything else you want to talk about before I know you have to go? So,
no, just final thoughts of you guys. As I said earlier, I will be all over Twitter or X for posting about Black Friday tournaments. My picks will be up there for Saturday. I do have my picks posted already. I did take another Heinz 57 for this evening. I'll probably be betting more on Quinnipiac Cornell. Give me Big Red. Other than that, thank you guys for coming, and let's go Wildcats, everybody.
All right. Avi says, I'll watch BCD on Northeastern on ESPN Plays. Maine, New Hampshire, and definitely goes on the laptop. All right. Yeah, I know, Avi, you and Mike won't be able to get up this week, but Mike, hit us up on NHL Nightly at 10:30. We'll be live. There's not a lot going on in the NHL, but we will be previewing the 15 games on Saturday. That will be our last show until Tuesday, the 2nd of December, because going on vacation. So going to be hitting Arizona and Washington for Thanksgiving. So or Washington, then Arizona. So just want to thank you guys so much for being with us. This is like our 7th episode, and we continue to grow and get fans every time. Probably get more hockey quotable interaction in this chat than we do even on our NHL chat. So I love it. I appreciate all you guys. Mike, thank you so much. Have a great I'll pop this up for you. I'll pop this up.
Yep.
Denver minus 425, Bill, is what he was saying. And have a good one, everyone. See you. We will be back this show in its own incarnation December the 6th.
6th. Yeah.
Okay. December 6th. Okay. Yep. So appreciate everybody, and we'll see you back.
You guys.
I love this show, man.